So my name's Jerom Wagoner. So I'm from Caldwell, grew up in this area. So my background includes, my professional background is as a planner, a land use planner. I worked for Canyon County as a county planner for a number of years, transitioned to transportation planning with ACHD, and then most recently I was a planner with the city of Caldwell for 6 years. I was the senior planner here in Caldwell, and after leaving that position, I joined the city council for the last 2 years. So I grew up here in Caldwell. I love Caldwell. It's my favorite place, and I just know that with my experience and background, the things that I could bring to this community to continue it moving forward, we're in a great place right now in Caldwell. Just looking around us and where we're at is so different than when I grew up here. And so I know that I have the experience and the background that we can continue moving Caldwell forward. And so that's really what drove me to do that, just to provide greater opportunities, for not just my family, but for all residents in Caldwell, and to continue that going forward. Top issues in Caldwell right now, number one, I would say growth. Growth is on everybody's mind, not only in Caldwell, but I think throughout the entire Treasure Valley and Idaho as well. The residents here are worried about, transportation, about traffic issues, and other negatives that come with growth. They want to make sure that we retain the feel and the environment of Caldwell. Caldwell is a great little community. So I think that's one of the biggest issues that we face right now in Caldwell, and that's one of the highlights that I've really focused on is, with my planning background, I've never seen a more opportune time for the mayor of Caldwell to be a planner, to understand growth, and to understand, how important it is to plan for growth, and so that we don't have issues with, traffic and things like that. So that's one of the biggest issues I think in Caldwell is growth right now. So I think that we need to look at the future with growth. Once a subdivision or development comes in, it's there. You're not going to go in a year or two later. So if you're not planning for the future, looking way down the road, not just a year or two, but 10, 20 years down the road, then you're going to run into those issues. So I think we need to first look at, our comprehensive plan, and specifically our comprehensive plan map here in Caldwell. We need to update that. We need to get community involvement, engagement, so that the residents, the citizens of Caldwell, have a say on how they want their community, on their town to grow. Growth is a good thing. If you don't grow, you become stagnant, and that's bad for businesses, that's bad for residences. It just is not a good thing for your city. So we want growth. We want to make sure that it's sustainable growth, and that we understand where we want those growth patterns to occur. There's areas where we want, high density development. There's areas we want low density development. There's areas we want industrial and commercial. So we've got to look at that, engage the citizens, and just map that out for the future. So you can know with confidence where you live, what's going to happen around you more or less. You know whether it's going to be some type of residential development or commercial development, and that's a plus for not only the citizens to know what's going to happen in their area, in their community, in their neighborhood, but it's a positive for business owners and for industrial developers to know where and when that they can go and grow, so that they grow accordingly to the map that's been planned out by the city's leaders. Yeah, and that's a huge issue, again, throughout the entire valley, just with the way the prices have gone up. It's next, if not near to impossible for anybody, to be able to afford a starter home these days. And so that's a really critical issue. And I think it's one that we need to work with, the community in general to see, what's the best way to address that issue. Apartments, and I know a lot of times people worry about apartments, but that's a necessary tool for a city to grow appropriately. And addressing, the different types of housing. But I think a big part of that is including, the partners that we already have. Caldwell Housing Authority is a huge partner that the city has. So involving those agencies as well, I don't think it's something that the city can solve by itself. We got to include the other agencies that have a vested interest in providing affordable housing for the employees that live here and for just the people in general. So I think that we need to address crime in a number of ways. One of those is retention of our police officers. We have a big leaking system right now of police officers where they come, we train them, and they leave us for other cities. And so we need to address that and see, what is the issue at hand of why are the police officers not staying here in Caldwell? And when the police officers leave, it's usually, the best police officers that are leaving to go to other communities. And so we need to retain them. And I know in discussion with the police chief and others, the biggest issue seems to be the pay scale, that we're just not paying what the other cities are. And they agree, the police chief and others, that we're not going to be able to pay, what Boise pays or what Meridian pays. But if we can just even increase that, I think the draw is the community. Caldwell is a wonderful place to live. But if you can make so much money somewhere else, then that starts to bend. But if you can start to level that field a little bit, pay them more, where it gets closer to some of those others. We're never going to get to what Boise pays their police officers, but if we can close that gap, and with the wonderful community that we have, I think that we can start retaining those officers, which gives us more experience on the streets, and I think that'll help to address the issues with the crime rate in Caldwell. So just super excited for the opportunity. I said, I love Caldwell, raised my family here in Caldwell. I believe we have great potential and great growth. I believe there's a number of things that separate me from the other candidates. There seems to be a lot of things going around about similarities, which we all have similarities. I mean, everybody in the community has similarities, but there's a lot of things that separate me from the other people that are running for this position. I think my experience as a former city worker, I was able to, for 6 years I worked for the city, so I saw firsthand what worked really good for the city and what didn't work good for the city. I was able to implement different policies in the department that I worked in, providing, up to, I remember in the first year of one of the implementations of policies, we increased, our income to the department by $200,000, which took that burden off of the taxpayers. So I've had firsthand experience in developing those things, working for the city, seeing what we need to fix and how we can fix it. My experience as a land use planner, I think, is huge for Caldwell right now. Like I said, growth is really that number one issue, and somebody that understands not only, what growth is today, but what is it going to be 20, 30 years from now. So I think those are huge experiences that I have that separates me from all the other candidates running for mayor.